what up, side 1822? I cannot stand today's generation of wrestling fans. You know what? Let me actually take that back. I do like a lot of wrestling fans today of the generation. But the thing is, you got a lot of them saying so much stupid stuff that I got to counter back with their stupid opinions. Yes, we all have opinions at the end of the day, but that don't mean we can't say nothing back, because we actually can. When it's something that makes you shake your head and you got to respond back to that individual. So the other day on Twitter, some wrestling account posted who is the biggest female superstar to ever be in the WWE. On a post, you see AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. And whoever behind the account said Becky Lynch. Then I seen, a back and forth debate between OTR Central, the Slick Daddy. He had one of the biggest wrestling channels on YouTube. And he's going back and forth with this Becky Lynch, Mark, who has a Becky Lynch ad. And I'm watching this debate, shaking my head like, what the hell was going on? Because this Becky Lynch, Mark, was saying how China was never big as someone like Becky Lynch, because he was talking about, look at someone like China. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How can a Today wrestling fan actually be online talking about Becky Lynch was the biggest star in China when China was a mainstream star and the attitude ever? China was on Tonight Show, Playboy Magazine, the TV Guide, so many things outside the wrestling bubble. The first woman to enter the Royal Rumble, the first woman to be the Intercontinental Champion. And China was here today, God bless her soul. I would want her to be the world champion because she looks more like the true heavyweight than most talents today on the male roster. That's how special China was. China was generation. The W would never have another China. And it's so disrespectful the way they spit on her name that China should be in the Hall of Fame. That's one thing the W have to do very soon. Let's not forget the legacy of China, because she done so much for this company. Now, we talk about Becky Lynch. Yes, I do like Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch is not no star like China. Becky Lynch made a couple appearances outside the W, but not on the same level as China. Let's be real. The only reason why she's a part of that triple threat match at WrestleMania because of Ronda Rousey. If Vince never got a chance to sign Ronda Rousey, there's no way in hell WrestleMania would have featured Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship. Everybody knew that right there. It was all about Ronda Rousey because Ronda Rousey was the biggest star out of the three for that match at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch was lucky that Nia Jax busted up her face, because that played a huge part in her character. That gave her character a shot in the arm. I was all for supporting Becky Lynch when she turned on Charlotte, and I enjoyed her run at a time. But call her bigger than China? Come on. It's not even close. China was a superstar, while Becky Lynch was just a role player to an all-star. That's the difference right there. Today's generation of wrestling fans, do your research before you say some asinine like Becky Lynch was a bigger star than China. Now, that was bad. This is even worse. Now, this was involving me and someone else going against a wrestling fan. They was talking about Kenny Omega. The guy a lot of people call the best wrestler in the world. He had a match at Hard to Kill, 6-man tag match on Impact. Good main event match. But the tweet, I said, this is the worst tape of all time on professional wrestling. Kenny Omega, he's the Prince King, whatever, of professional wrestling. And Hulk Hogan wish he was Kenny Omega. This is why I call Kenny Omega the most overrated wrestler in professional wrestling. And it's sad that I got to call him that because the fans hype him up so much. And I'm like, well, where is that greatness y'all been hyping up over the years? Because I only heard about Kenny Omega through the internet, and I finally got a chance to see him. I do like Kenny Omega, but the way they put this guy on a pedestal, he can't meet the expectation. So I'm sorry, Kenny Omega, that you can't meet the expectation that fans give you. Now, we all know the situation with Hulk Hogan, at the end of the day, fuck Hogan. It's sad for me to say it because I grew up watching him. But, the racist comments and everything. But I still got to defend Hogan for this right here. Like, Hulk Hogan is the reason why professional wrestling is here today. He's the reason why they went mainstream. This is the same guy that got the crowd to flip on a rock at WrestleMania 17. That shows you his greatness. This is the same man that outdid Shawn Michaels when it comes to political stuff. Same thing to Triple H. NWO. The heel turn is legendary. The 80s. 2 boom periods. Hulk Hogan mustache is more over than Kenny Omega, period. Kenny Omega been a big disappointment since coming to America on weekly television. Hulk Hogan done so much, so why the hell will Hulk Hogan be jealous of Kenny Omega? Because in-ring work? Hulk Hogan actually can go in a ring. He just did it in Japan. But the thing is, in America, the ring work in America and Japan is not the same thing. That's why Hogan, it'll be different in 2 different countries. I just don't get it, man. Like, how can someone actually say Hulk Hogan wish he was Kenny Omega? You can't compare the guys. For all you in-ring marks, in-ring matches is not the #1 thing. I know Dave Meltzer changed a lot of people's mindsets today because a lot of these dumbass opinions come from the Dave Meltzer fans. And they believe the 5-star, 7-star, 20-star, 25, 30-star matches is the #1 thing. It's not at the end of the day. If it was really that important, professional wrestling be having another boom period right now. But it don't. The real professional wrestling struggle because they don't have characters like Hulk Hogan and his generation. Just like China, when she had characters in her generation. Today's generation of wrestling fans and today's wrestlers, they not characters. And that's why someone like Kenny Omega can't bring in 1 million viewers. I guarantee you right now, if Hulk Hogan debut on next week AEW, it'll pop a bigger rating than Kenny Omega ever did. Even though he still had it till this day. From a lot of fans, he will still pop a bigger number than Kenny Omega. Hulk Hogan wish he was Kenny Omega. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, goodness. So the 2 dumb debates are seen on Twitter. Oh, y'all see the video right here. Give me your thoughts on the video about these fans that say stupid shit about the legends. Talk about the days people bitter and they wish they was that person. Man, get out my goddamn face. Give me your thoughts. Alright, said it already. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Alright, peace.